TEFEN Tech.
Hey, TEFEN here from TEFEN Tech, and today I got some pretty cool finds to show you. So, if you've been following along at all with what I've been working on the last quite a while now, which is the Tiberium reactor build, some of you might know, some of you might not know, but so slight problem with that is that I don't have enough hard drive space to host and hold all of the hard drives that I need to have connected to my computer. So I looked at some solutions, and networking, it just speed's not up there unless I get up to date with new like 10 gigabit interfaces, and it's going to cost enough to buy all that kind of stuff. So especially for something that's going to be right next to it anyways. So what I figured was, well, I came across this. Got this for free. So this is a Thermaltake V3 case, and as you can see, it's still in pretty decent condition. So I only got like a few scratches up there and on this side over there, but otherwise it's pretty decent shape. So, and well, before I get into any more details, we're gonna check over here and see some other stuff I found that came in the case. So we got a nice Thermaltake cooling unit for the CPU and the TR2 430 watt power supply. So what I already did with the power supply is, well, like everything here, I had to clean everything out thoroughly. It was infested with spiders and a lot of dust. So we got everything clean before we came on camera, so it looked nice to show you. So what we did is we took apart the power supply, thoroughly cleaned the insides, which I do not suggest doing unless you seriously know what you're doing and are safe with it, because you can seriously harm yourself or possibly kill yourself. So, but I know what I'm doing, and I've done this many times before. So what I did here is I took it apart. I don't want to take it back apart again to show you, but since there's not the best situation for cable management in this case, I don't need a ton of extra cables just dangling around, waste up space in the case. So figured out the cables I am going to need, made sure we have those accessible, and then we had two more like this with the floppy connector as well. Well, we didn't need either of those two, so we bent them back and wound them up, and we're able to safely store them inside the power supply case without obstructing the airflow that would push through to go across the heat sinks. So that was awesome, because now it's going to be so much more tidy. We're only going to have the cables that we need out, and those couple of extra big cables, well, they're neatly stored in there, and we won't be able to tell the difference. So, okay, next on, just going to grab my trusty screwdriver here, and let's crack this open and take a look at what you get and what comes with and what is the Thermaltake V3 case. So we'll just do a little quick review in this updated review video. Now keep in mind that the case, if you buy it new, is not going to come all scratched and whatnot like this one is. So I do realize I'm doing a review on a case that's not brand new. Keep that in mind. Alright, let's take off the side panel here. So, to start off with, you get this side panel with a little window view so you can be able to see in and see the CPU area, whatnot. And then you got this open ventilation area to, just kind of allow some airflow, be able to move in, get to your video card, or come out. I'm sure you can mod it to put a fan in it. It's not suggested for being used with a fan though, and I don't suggest ever using a side mounting fan, especially if you have a video card that's got your dual fan situation, your fans that are sucking air from the bottom going up, because it just creates a turbulence and it actually strains those fans, causing them to spin slower at the same amount of voltage and speed or whatever that's trying to be applied to them. Thus reducing your power efficiency and straining the graphics card's fans. So just a quick airflow tip there. So anyways, let's open her up. So you get this case here it comes with a blue LED 120mm fan on the back. Your airflow situation. As we said, we got that open area there. You got a bottom mounting PSU situation with a filter, and you also got a bottom air vent or bottom fan mount, so you can blow air up from the bottom here, and that's great for getting air directly up to your video card. And then you got a front one for your hard drives, and then you got one up here, and you got this open area here that on the website and according to things is not technically for being able to mount a fan, but you can mount a fan in there. But I guess that would also depend on how well it fits in according with the other fan here and such. So you might want to just not use that one, put two up here. I don't know. You know, that kind of stuff's up to you. Got to figure out your own airflow for what you're kind of wanting to do with the build, and if you're modding, stuff like that. So, and you got your typical rear I/O area, and okay, you got your hard drive, floppy drive mounting area. You got your easy mount systems. Same thing with your 5 1/4, 5 1/4, 5 1/2. I forget. Bay area. Easy mount there as well. Come around to the front. Now we're missing one here because I got this that came with the RW in here, so obviously the extra panel is not going to be with it, but your nice Thermaltake logo in the front, your power reset, two USBs, your microphone, headphones, and then take that off so you can see the rest. You got your air filters here as well in the front. However, I noticed, I'm not sure if that's the standard situation or if they just pulled it out and didn't put it back in, but it doesn't look like it comes with the filter in this area, which was strange. So, something to note. Yep, so that's kind of your basis to it. Now, I'm sure you could probably also figure a way of mounting or getting the right piece to mount, put in a 120mm fan in the front top if you wanted to as well. Alright, so now that we showed you all that, let's get back to the update. So that was a quick kind of overview / review. As to the review part, I think for the price, being a small cheap case like this, it's pretty decent. For what it is, I think it's got a pretty decent airflow situation and availability with like two on the top, one on the back, one on the front, and especially the one on the bottom. Current case that I'm using at the moment, my Section 9 build, I actually even purposely cut out and put a fan mount for the bottom because I thought it's a great place for being able to get in extra good airflow up to the GPU. So, alright, yeah, now back to the overview. So this is what I was thinking of doing. Probably obviously take off the feet here and then lay this down on its side like that. Probably gonna, I guess, have to put the disk drive back in there so that doesn't look strange. And then, now bear in mind, can't get a good idea of what it will look like overall because I'm in the middle of the painting phase right now with this, but what I was thinking was we got our power supply air intake area right here. We got an open area right here, and I thought if I could mount a fan onto that blowing up, and then this would still have its feet or its legs standing up a bit from it, and what we'd do is line that up just nicely and stack the Tiberium reactor build on top of this case here like that. So you got that extra airflow area blowing right into the power supply area there, and then we can have, like, you know, airflow coming in from the bottom, the front, whatever, blowing out the sides. Either way, it's not too bad. When we come around to this side, there'll be the screen, and then you got a bit of a window that you can see down into the base, or like your bottom base or kind of base docking area for the build. So you can see a bit in there, that stuff. I was thinking about just going with like plain black fans and some green LEDs and stuff or something inside this case. Not 100% sure what I'm doing yet, but I was thinking probably just leave the top and sides black to go with the black sides to Tiberium reactor build, and then do all the metal mesh area the same, like dulled metal look, which was like the chrome that we clear coated. That's going to be for the whole front and top of this, so that way it all matches in. Yeah, so, and then, well, the technical part of it, what we're going to do is we're going to be able to use the hard drive bay areas inside of this to host a bunch of hard drives, and then use some longer SATA cables with extensions so we can be able to disconnect. Probably, I'm not sure where I'll locate it, either at the back of this or the back of here or something. Figure that out, and then that way we can be able to run the SATA cables into the motherboard on this, SATA, whatever, and then have like an easy disconnect area at the back that we can be able to disconnect the cables that lead into the hard drives in here, and then we can use the power supply in here to power those hard drives. This way we can be able to get extra hard drives that we don't have space to fit in this, directly connected to the motherboard for the fastest data connection. And then we can also be able to have the motherboard, which also came with it, and CPU and stuff like that inside this build. And then I also have a Paj HD PVR rocket recording and screen capturing device that I can plug into the USB on this and run the HDMI from this computer through it, so I can use this system here to do my streaming. So then that way I can be able to use the computer and stuff in this to stream the gaming that I'm playing through this system. So then that way it's all like all one dual system setup. So, and they're both Thermaltake cases and stuff, so it'll match up nice. Yeah, that basically concludes my update on what's going on with the Tiberium reactor build. So it's kind of been expanded. We got a bit more extra work now before it's going to be completely finished. What we got left on this right now is just painting this side, that side of the mesh area, and then cutting out the side panel for the LCD screen, and then assembling it all together. And then on this one we got to touch up some of the areas on this and give it a bit of a fresh paint job, and yeah, and then start assembling, and that's about it. So things are coming along well and turning out better than expected, and got the other parts and things for basically nothing. I can't believe someone's actually throwing this out and stuff, so yeah, that'll be great. Be able to use this for helping put this together to make the build that I wanted to out of it. So awesome. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out tefenstech.com, check out TEFEN.ca as well. I got my website up there now finally. You can also check out links to my various social media, I think through both of either websites. So yeah, check me out on Facebook, all that stuff, Instagram. I'm active on both of them, to the main point. Stuff gets reposted on Twitter, but I don't usually use it often. So yeah, if you want to contact me or things, hit me up on the Facebook or the Instagram, and have a very happy day. TEFEN Tech.